Like, all right, I go to the management office, and then she's like, oh, you need to pay your rent. Where's your grandma? And I was like, I have no idea. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, she's in Mexico, and I just don't know. I haven't talked to her. She's like, go to Circle K, go get a money order, for this amount, and then come give it to me. And that's how you're gonna pay me the rent. So I go and do that, this and that. Like a month later or something like that, electricity goes out. And remember, I was, I think at this point I was probably a senior year.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to our channel. Welcome to Barbertainment, where we just don't talk about barbering, but we build barbers behind the chair and beyond the chair. If you're a new listener to this podcast, make sure you go subscribe. If you're a returning visitor, make sure you go comment and like. Today we got a special episode with Kevin the Barber from the city of Coachella. He is a barbershop owner. He is the CEO of Coachella Barber Fest. Hey, let's give it up for my boy Kevin.
What's up, guys?
What's up, my boy Kevin? How are you doing today?
Man, thank you for having me,
Hey,
man.
today I brought you, bro, because we want to talk about barber entrepreneurship, and I think you're a good representation of that, bro. So let's start off with who are you and what do you do right now, bro?
So my name is Kevin Alvarado. I started cutting hair at around like 14. One of my friends got out of juvie, and like he needed like a big old makeover,
Damn.
So and then he just came out like, I'm talking about like Salvadorian. He got like afro, mustache grown out. This is 8th grade. So we gave him a makeover, me and my best friend. Gave him like a faux hawk. We didn't even know how to cut hair.
Yeah.
We had those wall with the colors.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Point is, we gave him a transformation, and then we pierced his lips too. We went to the mall. We got like a little needle because they used to sell them to us. I don't know why.
That's crazy.
And then we pierced his lips, gave him a transformation, went back to school. People just started talking it up. Like 8th graders are like, oh, you guys cut his hair, this and that, yeah. And then that's how I began cutting hair.
So what do you currently do right now, bro? What are the business that you're running? Yeah, like what do you do right now?
Yeah, so right now I have a shop, my first shop that I opened up in Palm Desert. Okay. And then I moved locations in 21, made it bigger. And then I have a supply store. Well, I had a supply store. I'll tell you about that right now. So 2 supply stores, 2 shops, and then the Barber Festival for 5 years.
Okay.
So my first shop, I opened it in 2018, 19, around there. I had no money to my name.
How old were you right there?
Bro, I was like 19 years old. And even before that, when I was in high school, bro, I didn't even have a place to live, or my parents were gone. So like,
yeah. What do you mean gone? I know you talked to me a little bit about it, but where were they gone? They left or what?
So when I was a junior, my mom lived in Texas, right?
Yeah.
For a long time.
Okay.
And then I lived with my dad. And then just throughout high school, stuff happened where, my stepmom ended up leaving. So it was just my dad fell into depression. And then, so this was like 8th grade when I began to cut hair, And then throughout high school, like freshman, sophomore, junior, he was just down, He wasn't even working or nothing. So we ended up losing our apartment we had. It was just me, my brother, my dad. And then we had to move into my grandma's apartment, which is like a 1-bedroom studio per se.
Man.
So it was like it was my dad, my grandma, my brother, and his friend and me. 5 people, bro, in a little apartment, right? So and then one day, like my junior year, they just left. Like my grandma and my dad just left, so I was just there alone. And then like, I'm just like trying to get in contact with them, and nothing. And I was like, all right, well screw it, fuck it. Like,
And what happened to your brother?
He was doing his own thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he helped me here and there. Like, hey, you need anything? But like, he had a girlfriend. He had a full-time job. He's 3 years older than me. So he's like, he's like, he knew I was good because I'm pretty smart. But
yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm living on my own. I told my homie, hey, my homie that cuts hair with me, my best friend. I'm like, hey, Johnny, come pull up. Just come live here. I told my other friend, Gage, hey, come pull up. You
to the apartment?
Yeah, I'm like, just pull up. We're just hotboxing, just whatever juniors do in high school, hotbox the whole apartment, cut hair, and live life, But it got to a point where I got a letter on the door, and it said, like, your rent is due. Bro, I was like, 17 years old. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, like...
So I was like, all right, I go to the management office, and then she's like, oh, you need to pay your rent. Where's your grandma? And I was like, I have no idea. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, she's in Mexico, and I just don't know. I haven't talked to her. She's like, go to Circle K, go get a money order, for this amount, and then come give it to me, and that's how you're gonna pay me the rent. So I go and do that, this and that. Like a month later or something like that, electricity goes out. And remember, I was, I think at this point I was probably a senior year in high school, and I had no electricity. I had basically no parents, no electricity. I had to pay everything myself, and then I was just living on my own.
And then at that point, you opened the shop too?
No.
Right after that, no?
Yeah, this is leading up to that. Yeah, so that was my senior year. I went through all the senior year with no electricity too. Just letting you know, like, it's not that cold where I live, Palm Desert, but for me in the winter it got cold, bro. Like I would put like a long sleeve on, and then I would put like a hoodie, and then like some sweatpants, and then I would put like a blanket, and that's how I would go to sleep. And then I would have to charge my phone at the laundromat because I had to make sure my alarm was on, for the next day. And then I still had to go to school, do the whole school, high school, and then get home and start cutting hair.
Yeah.
And then, pay the bills. Like, I mean, not that many bills. My phone bill, my the rent for the apartment. And then eventually I ended up like finding out how to pay the electric bill in order to get the electricity back.
Yeah.
But after that, as soon as I graduated, I went to barber school. I was like, I know what I want, I know what I'm doing, and I know where I want to get to. So I went to barber school, signed up. Again, they asked me like, we need your parents' info for FAFSA. And I'm like, well, I don't got that. My mom's in Texas. I don't even have her info. My dad, haven't talked to him like in a year. So I ended up using my grandparents, whatever, Went through barber college. And then one day, I was like, I want to look for a spot, So I was I didn't even have a car. Well, no, I did have a car, so check it out. So I was looking for a spot, right? I'm riding my bike, and I'm going down 111. It's like the main street. And then I see a for rent sign. And I'm talking about like, it's like the size, you can only fit 2 barber chairs. That's how big it is. So probably wherever we are right here, this is how big it was, right? I call up the number and I tell her, it was some lady, and she's like, do you have money? And I was like, how much? She's like, it was like an old lady, like Hindu lady. She's like, $600 a month. And I'm like, oh, and then how much is it to get in? She's like, 600 and 600, 1,200.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could get that. And in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna sell my car. Fuck it. I had like a 2004 Infiniti G35. I was like, I'm gonna put it up for $3,000. Give her the 12. The rest, put chairs, paint, etc. So I called her up, and I'm not even lying, bro. Look,
you were able to sell it for $3,000?
Nah, bro.
Nah, it probably lowballed you, huh?
Even better. So
what?
I go pick up my grandma and my sister from. So I called her up. Hey, I want the spot. How much? 1,200. Okay. I'm gonna sell my car. That was one day. The next day, I go and pick up my grandma. Check it out. Look at the date. We're not even lying. Look, July 9th. I'm looking at the spot. This is the spot.
Yeah.
July 9th, right? July 10th, they crashed my car.
They crashed your car?
The next day, after calling her, after looking at it, right? Check this out.
Why did you say even better?
July 11th, I got the spot. Why even better? Because look, if I put my car on Craigslist, how long does a car take to sell?
Like a week, 2 weeks, I don't know.
Maybe a month?
Maybe a month.
Bro, the next day after I talked to her, they crashed me. Like, I was just driving down the mall, just cruising, leaving Buffalo Wild Wings. Some lady was on drugs. She was getting chased by security. She was just driving through. The guy was chasing her in a golf cart. Yeah. And then I ended up just crossing her path and stopping her. And then so since my car got crashed, I had insurance, State Farm. State Farm, yeah.
Yeah, State Farm.
Yeah, I think. And luckily they were so good that they're just like, hey, we're gonna write you a check for $4,500. Bro, I put the car for $3,000. they're probably gonna give me $2,000.
That's
and that was like,
crazy.
9th, 10th, I got the crash. They gave me the check like that, bro. And then I just paid her. So it was a 3-day process to get the whole thing.
That's so crazy.
And then
just a series of events is like, it could be like a coincidence, but
yeah, bro. Literally, when they crashed me, I got out the car and I was like, all right, who's coming to attack me? Like, that's the first thing I did. I was like, all right, what? Like, this doesn't happen, bro. The parking lot was empty. It was like 10 o'clock at night. Zero cars, like a 3,000 car parking lot empty. It was just me just driving.
Hey, so then you opened up the shop. That's your first shop.
That was the first shop. I opened the shop, 2 chairs. I didn't even have my license. I hadn't even gone to state board.
You were just finishing up school.
Just finishing up school, no money, living on my own. And at this point, I had already lost the apartment. So like, my grandma had to sign that paper where like, you renew the
lease.
Yeah. and she didn't. This is like government help ones, you know, so they're like super strict. So at this point, I'm like, I don't even have a place to live. And then,
You're like, I'm gonna go live at the shop.
Exactly. I'm like, it's a 2-in-1, you know?
Damn.
So, and then I opened up shop. Luckily, one of my friends ended up stepping in because he had an actual license. I'm like, I want to make sure if State Board comes in, I have a license to present, you know? So I told him, yeah, boom, did that, went to State Board, I got my license. And then, and at this point, I was like living on my brother's couch. And then like, but I was at the shop like all day, bro. Like 8 a.m. to like 12 midnight, you know?
And then you go out to go get food.
I go,
and
hang out with my friends, you know, go out here and there, and then go sleep on the couch or get a hotel room.
Hey, and at some point where you're like, and this is gonna be the rest of my life, or you still had hope for better things, cause like you're basically rock bottom almost.
Yeah, it was rock bottom. No parents, no family.
Yeah, no parents, no family. Like, did at some point where you're like, fuck it, I'm good with this, like.
You know, so when it was my senior year and then I had no electricity, I was in the apartment and I like, you know, I had a couch and a bed, bro. I literally sat down or laid down on the floor, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why is this shit happening to me? You know?
You're like, why is
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. Like, everybody has everything, and I'm like, I don't know if I have it the worst right now, but. And then that's the one I thought to myself. I'm like, whatever happened from, you know, newborn to 18. You know, newborn to high school, I kind of didn't have an option.
Yeah. You
like,
didn't choose it. You didn't
parents,
choose it.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, but from now, like graduate to the rest,
everything's your fault.
Now basically. That's mine. That's when I figured it out. I'm like, this is just temporary. Like, whatever I'm going through, it's not gonna last forever. And then now I'm like, my mind opened up, and I'm like, now I choose my path.
Yeah.
Now I'm free. And, like, this is good. Like, now, like, it kind of told me, like, here's your freedom, you know? It started a little young, so I got a little step into it before anybody.
Before a lot of people, bro.
How to pay electric, how to pay the rent, you know, your own gas, your own food, everything. I mean, whatever it takes to be living on independently.
Yeah. And then after your first shop, you obviously you're running for how long?
So my first shop, so let's say 2018, 2019, 2020. So that's during COVID. That's when I opened up the supply shop because there was we used to go to Sally's a lot, and then there was some guy selling out of their car, but we'd have to buy like a cold care for like $15, $16, you know?
Yeah.
And he would get upset if we only bought one. So that's when I got in contact with the distributor, with Jazzy, and I told him like, hey, you should open up a supply store over here. He's like, nah, you do it. So I'm like, I'll do it, you know? There was an empty unit because they're like little suites. I did that. And then that's when I opened up the Coachella Valley Barber Supply. That was in 2020. So I was about 20 or 21 years old, 20, around there.
Yeah.
So I had like a little shop, and then I had the supply shop. And then, but that shop, from that little spot, I broke down the wall, and then I did, 4 barbers, and then I broke down the wall, and then did 5 barbers, and then I got the supply. And then how, like I said, like the supply shop, I did it because, one, I was tired of going to Sally's.
Yeah. Not getting good deals. And
shit. 2, I could drive, to LA, but I'm like, there has to be something that's, easier, or something that's, how do you say, I'm going blank.
Like more efficient or what?
Yeah, I guess,
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to tell him to do it. And then he's like, you know what, you do it, I'll supply you, I'll help you out. Boom, sounds good. So after that, I'm like, okay, well, I need a way to promote the store. Like, how are people going to hear about it all in at one time?
Yeah.
How's the whole valley going to hear about the store at once? I'm like, I'll do a bar battle, But I was thinking, like, my friend had a little warehouse, like, probably smaller than this big. You know those mechanic warehouses?
Yeah.
One aisle?
One aisle where the car goes in.
Yeah. So it was like that, and I was like, hey, bro, can I use your warehouse so I could do an event? But it was just going to be for students. Cause I want to do it for my school.
For your school.
At my school, we've done, like, schools versus each other. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to provide the supplies, the winners, and I'll give them the gift,
Yeah.
And next thing you know, a buddy of mine who owned the spot told me, hey, why won't you hit up Justin, the guy who owns your ATM? I'm like, what does he have? He's like, he has a drive-in movie theater. And I was like, all right, I see where you're going.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, bro, it's a huge screen on top of the Westfield Mall on the 3rd floor. So you're overlooking, like, everything. And I'm like,
yeah,
let's do it. Call him up. And then he's like, hey, Justin, he's like, I got Kevin right here. Like, I think it'd be cool if he uses your spot up there. So I was like fuck it. At this point, I haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
But he ended up saying like, yeah. So he called me up. He's like, you want to use it? He's like, yeah. He's like, I told him how much. He's like, nothing. I was like, what? He's like, nah, bro. He's like, COVID's over. I'm done. Just use it. I was like, all right, sounds good. Bro, I go to this freaking parking lot, like, huge as fuck.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to the ones that did?
No,
Nah?
no.
Bro, this shit was just big.
I was gonna go to the second one, I think, because I didn't even hear about the first one.
Yeah.
Until the second one, where I think you took Tanya, Brittany.
Brittany, Fade Me Up Chino.
That was the second one,
That
right?
was the second one, yeah.
That's the one where I was like, oh, damn, like, that one looks dope. Like, he's outside, like, he's in the Coachella Valley. It just, for me, bro, Coachella was always, like, far, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you hear of it, like, oh, 2 hour and a half drive. I'm like, god damn.
I mean, I know to a lot of people it is gonna be far, but like to me, I drive to LA back and forth all the time.
It's whatever. Now it's whatever.
For the supplies, yeah. And so it basically just came to me like it wasn't like I was trying to throw this big event because I wanted to be the creator of this event. It was like it started off small to promote the store, and then it ended up just giving me like a big. Bro, the screen was huge. It was a drive-in movie theater. Yeah. You drive by some on the freeway, you see how big those screens are.
Oh, damn.
It's that size.
That's crazy.
And then the parking lot was enough to fit a drive-in movie theater. So you could already imagine the size. And now I'm like, well, I already said yes. I'm getting this all for free. I'm getting the screen, the rental.
Everything for free.
So I'm like, fuck it. So I kind of like, I was just put into it in a way, you know? It was never my goal like, oh, I want to do an event to have an event.
Yeah. Because I was going to ask you, like, you had the barbershop on your plate, and then you had the supply store on your plate.
Yep.
And then you're like, fuck it, let me throw the event on my plate too, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and then living alone too.
And then living alone. Living alone
At that point, I was renting a room with my friend Gage at his grandma's house. So now I had a room for rent.
Yeah.
And
so it's like a snowball effect. You were just riding the wave as you went.
Yeah, it just kept coming and coming.
Yeah.
So that one, I don't know. I don't remember if we talked about it last time, but I'll summarize it really short.
Yeah.
I had no permits, no alcohol licenses. I had no inspections by health department or fire department or any of that stuff that I do now. I had nothing.
Damn.
And luckily enough, the owner of the drive-in movie theater was like, "Go ahead, bro. Like, just wing it, you know."
Yeah, just wing it. Yeah.
Bro, I winged it, bro. I had my girl sister clicking in people. We had like 800 and something people, bro. We had my securities were 3 of my friends that were wearing like security shirts.
Yeah.
But they were like smoking a blunt, riding like a Debo bike with a Modelo. There's people coming in with like stacks of White Claws, Jameson, everything, you name it. Just And then I mean they went well, bro. Like people liked it. It was legit. It felt like a fest. It was outside screen. I had music, DJs. So it was something different. The whole valley was like, bro, let's do it again next year.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm like, all right, well, like I'm stuck. Like I'm gonna have to go bigger every year because this shit's huge. Like I couldn't go down no more, you know.
You couldn't downgrade. Yeah.
And then in the beginning, I was like, I'm just gonna do a little event for the store for the students, and then it ended up just being big.
Yeah. So now your event that you're like throwing to like in 2 months, right? You know how when you were like the first event, it's cool. Like you have alcohol, you have all these people smoking, and like it's cool because we're young, you know.
Yeah.
But now as we get older and we mature more, we start seeing like, damn, this shit wasn't really that cool because like you're smoking in front of a little kid, you know.
Exactly.
So like, now you transitioning to a more professional, like event.
Yeah.
Like what changed?
Yeah. So first of all, yeah, you're right. I never even seen any of that. If anything, I thought it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just like any barber starting off, they want the music, and then they want smell like weed. They want to smoke the blunt, listen to some rap, go cut hair, drink a pisto. But yeah, now everything's been changing, and I have to look out for the vendors.
Oh yeah.
That's what I've learned over the
years. Like your sponsors and
the big brands. They don't want no ghetto shit. They don't want everyone. They don't want it smelling like weed. They don't want drunk people. They don't want randoms. They want people who are into the industry, that are dedicated, focused, and they want people that are going to actually make sales and actually pay attention to the classes.
Correct.
So I had to transition from what I started to what I have done now.
Mm-hmm. And now you're gonna do it at a hangar, right?
Yeah. So I wanted an airplane hang. So every year was outdoor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hence the name Fest, because usually festivals are outdoor. You're not gonna do a festival indoor. It's kind of defeats the name, right? And so now I'm like, okay, a lot of the vendors don't like indoor, but
They don't like indoor?
I mean outdoor.
Oh,
my bad.
outdoor,
A
outdoor,
lot of
yeah.
vendors don't like outdoor because in the sun, the shade, the
The
weather
sun,
condition,
yeah, the
whatever.
weather, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you have it. But I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to do like a ballroom because it's not festival no more, and I don't want to change the name Fest.
Correct.
You know, I think because look, I'm from Coachella, right? Coachella. Have you ever been to the Coachella Fest? It's a big outdoor music,
Yeah.
drinks, like party. It's a fest.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
outdoor. You know, if you do it inside,
Like, change the whole.
you know,
the
just
whole-
do it expo or convention or
Yeah.
or battle or just change the name because fest or outdoor,
Mhm.
right? So I'm like, okay, I know I have to transition to the indoor, but I can't have it like a ballroom type stuff or a shop or anything. It has to be. So I'm like, okay, there's another, because where I'm from is the festivals. There's this thing called Splash House.
Yeah.
In Splash House, they do an after party at an airplane hangar, right?
Mm.
So it gives you like indoor outdoor vibe because it's the open for the hangar is you still get like the wind and you still get like that vibe where you're not inside, right?
Yeah.
So I was trying to look for the hangar. I told my boy Justin, he's my business partner now, the one with the drive movie theater with the ATMs.
Oh, okay.
That's another thing. You can't be doing everything alone. Like anyone doing, you know, business. Sometimes you could do businesses, depending on how big. But most of the time, you need someone there to help you, or to invest with you, or to do some work, whatever.
Yeah, especially him because he already had experience, right? He knows all.
Yeah,
he
he has-
was already throwing the events and all that.
He throws events. He throws food events. He's good with emails. He's good with you know, talking to
He has all the systems down.
professionally sent emails and all that stuff.
So how were you able to get the hanger then?
Okay, so I told him, hey, I want the hangar. And he's like, bro, it's a lot of work. You know, you got to close off some of the airport because people, you know,
Yeah,
the
correct, yeah.
airport's gonna be running.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to fence off all this stuff. And he's like, it might not be worth it, right? And I'm like, all right, well, I want something similar. You know, there's an airport in Bermuda Dune. There's an airport in Thermal. Like, let's find a hangar, you know? And then he ended up finding me this spot at the Indio Fairground, the Riverside County Fairground, that looks like a hangar. So it's like, it's got the dome shape, it's got the big opening, and then you step in there, bro, you're like, this place probably had an airplane back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, you know what? Close enough. Like this looks like we could do something good with it.
Yeah.
And that's how we got this one, which it gives you a vibe of, you know, indoor, outdoor. We still have outdoor food vendors, but we provide, because now I'm focusing on the vendors, and now they have their indoor with their screening, with their education, and everything that satisfies them, as opposed to satisfying the crowd that I wanted to satisfy, 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
Damn. So you changed the approach instead
Yeah,
of
I had to change the approach
Yeah.
because, you know, as I've been going every year, it's just been getting like bigger brands, bigger names, and then it's been getting more legit.
yeah. Well, before we move on to this new one, last year, what was your biggest lesson from last year? Because
Yeah.
I went to that one, bro. It was full. It
Yeah.
was packed. Especially like the food area, bro. That thing was packed. But I was telling KO like, I don't think these people are barbers. Like there was like families and just like people, just regular people, bro.
Yeah.
And then there's the barber side, like a lot of barbers on this side and stuff. So just give us a little summary of last year, bro. How did it go?
Yeah, so last year, so 21, 22, 23, last year was 24.
24.
I was like, this is a year where I need to bring an artist, right? Like I need to bring something that, basically like my biggest investment, the 3 years of pretty much losses or break evens. This year I know I'm gonna take a loss because I'm gonna bring an artist, but this is the year where it's gonna blow up. So
That year you said that. You said that 24?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I got in contact with through one of my friends with the artist, and it was Shrek from Arsenal.
Yeah.
So we ended up talking, chopping it up, and then met up with them. We ended up, getting it done, and he ended up coming through. I think that's what brought the people who aren't barbers, because they wanted to see him as well.
Bro, he was popping like Arsenal Efectivo. That
Yeah.
album, what's that album called? The main album.
Yeah,
where,
the green one,
the green one,
or
bro.
the one I don't know, the one with the gun and shit.
The one with Vida Peligrosa.
Peligrosa, yeah, bro.
That album, I will have it on
Me too.
replay. Like,
when I first started driving, I had that album just playing,
yeah,
just nonstop, bro.
correct.
So I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm a big fan. Like, let's do it. And then, we mixed it in, like we got it done. And the one thing that I do want to say from last year that I learned was, one, these people drink a lot, right? So we had a big old line.
And the bar.
Yeah, the bar, bro. The bar was like.
And then the bartenders, I noticed that they take their sweet time.
Yeah, they take their time.
Yeah, they're not. They like, because they want to control the alcohol.
Yeah,
so.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right on that. But aside from that, the food vendors had a big old lines too.
Yeah.
So now I gotta tell the vendors or whoever's running stuff, like, hey, there's gonna be lines. If you do have an extra person on call, just have them ready.
Yeah,
Because you don't want a big line anywhere. Like, you don't want no one to be hangry or anything.
Yeah, correct.
The outdoor, the weathers were luckily pretty good.
It was cool. It wasn't too hot.
But
cool.
that's something that over the years that I have been kind of like worried about before the event happens, or a week.
Yeah, because it's outside, huh?
A week prior, a month prior, like hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good, the weather.
Yeah.
So now finding this venue, I know it comes with new challenges of organizing stuff and finding out where stuff goes and stuff like that. But I'm hoping that this will be a permanent venue, or I get the air hanger that I want next year.
Yeah.
Or I go into the Coachella Fairgrounds.
Damn.
I don't mind switching another location and having to figure out new things to do, because at the end of the day, I know it's going to be better. I know it's going to be more work. I might take a loss, but to me, like, it's not really about, for me, it was never about making the money for the events. It was about like accomplishing something big.
Yeah, like your own fulfillment, like your own project.
Yeah.
And then last year, I'm pretty sure you went to a lot of expos and all.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of barber battles.
Yeah, I try to go to the most I can.
Yeah, for me personally, bro, like I've been telling people, like, since after COVID, the 2021, 2022, the events were like huge, bro. Like barbers would come out, and now I feel like the barber battle game is kind of like cooling down a little bit. But what's your perspective on it?
Okay, so I got two perspectives. So one is they're not doing them that right. I don't want to say they're doing it wrong, but like me, like when I would sell supplies, right? I would go into shops, and then I would look around, and I would see stuff that are wrong, right? That's just my mentality. Like when I go into a business or restaurant, like you'll have me going like,
just looking everywhere, huh? Yeah.
Right. So that's just that's the person I am. So when I go to these events, that's literally me. I'll just be like looking, no spider box, extensions everywhere, no cable ramps, no screen. No, so I'm just like that. So like, that's just the type of person I am. When I go to shops, I'd go, the razor sharps container's open, it's dirty. The barber side is half empty. That one's cloudy. Next strip on the floor, no bag on that trash can. That's what I am. And instead of focusing on like everything else, I focus on that.
Yeah.
So after every event, I started, finding out what I don't like, and then I put into my stuff what I do like and what's right.
Yeah. Give me a minute. Bro, you want to grab a chair? You can grab that chair right there. Yeah.
Oh, this guy's just standing there.
Yeah. Oh, but then is what are you gonna do to bring the barbers back into the game? Like.
Oh yeah. So
obviously you have the competitions and all that.
I get off topic, but the other thing is there's so many. Like
there's so many events, bro.
This year
is ridiculous. Yeah.
This year is the biggest explosion of events, bro.
And you know why? Let me tell you something from my perspective. A lot of people go to events and be like, that event's whack, I'm gonna throw my own.
Yeah.
Or the judging was whack, I'm gonna throw my own. And then they throw their own, they have zero experience, they have zero knowledge.
Yeah.
And it goes the same or worse.
Bro.
And I'm just like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
I'm literally like not talking
but
shit.
They do
like,
it, yeah,
props,
they do it because they're mad though.
Yeah.
They do it because they lost a battle. They did it because probably they didn't treat them like, oh, like I'm famous and they didn't get treated
I have this
like
following.
that. Yeah, and they didn't treat me. So I feel like they do it out of anger, out of resentment, and it just doesn't go well, bro.
Yeah, like not talking shit. Whoever has thrown an event, like
props.
Congratulations.
Props, yeah,
like I know everything, the stress, the work, the money it takes, but there's just too many, bro. There's too many, and if they're small, they're labeling it as big.
Yeah, it's like an expo. Like
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think like if you're gonna have a barber battle at your barbershop, I say you just promote the barbershop or your city. Like I don't know, like Ontario barber battle, you know, not Ontario Expo. If you're not gonna have like a big stage venue and all these brands, like I don't think personally, like I don't mean to like if anyone's doing it, you should like because not because I'm telling you not to. I'm telling you this because like if I go to somewhere like I'm thinking this is a big expo in Ontario or not Ontario, like I don't even mean to pick cities or anywhere else, but like where are we at right now?
right here in El Monte.
El Monte Barber Expo. Now I go and I pull up to a barbershop.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
right off the bat I'm already talking shit instead of
Yeah,
being
yeah.
like this is El Monte Barber battle.
At a barbershop.
And then on the bottom, it could be like at this barbershop.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
to mention the barbershop, but
Yeah.
now I know like it's gonna be at El Monte Barbershop. And now I'm not expecting more than what the name or the flyer gives.
Yeah. Do you think most of these people that threw battles this year and all these events, do you think they're still gonna be here next year?
I'll tell you
Because that's
this.
the thing. That's the difference between you and like I know like Connecticut and
Yeah.
Las Vegas. Like they're consistent
They're
every year, bro. And then these other small ones like because because I feel like these small ones come and disrupt the industry.
Yeah,
Like they burn it out. They burn it out so much, bro. Like we were talking with KO and some homies. Like there was this battle where the judges were like so weird, bro. Like the judges haven't even battled.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the judges, and then turns out like their homies won.
Yeah.
We're like, wait, that doesn't how it works, and it disrupts the industry. Instead of uplifting it messes it up.
yeah,
you know?
it'll make people not want to go to any, and especially like let's
That's
say
the thing.
they
That's
name
the
that one
thing.
an expo, and the other one's actually an expo, and be like that one was whack. That was an expo. I don't want to go to the next one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And look, you know, going back and forth, but now that you mentioned the judges, so what this year,
Mm-hmm.
I made sure, and thanks through Crispy and Holy, I guess they're working together. They had already contacted with 360, right? So that's how we got in contact with 360. And I personally feel like having a name that big
Mm-hmm.
as like the, you know, the president of the judges in a way. You know, like
Yeah.
he's gonna be in charge, like the main call, and then you have all these other judges.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big like okay, it brings you security, peace of mind. Like it's gonna be more legit as
Yeah.
opposed to having like 6 barbers from the same area where this barber
Mhm.
battle is getting thrown at. You know.
Yeah.
So, and not only that, you know, I'll bring a barber from San Diego, How to Barber, one from Tanya, LA. You know, like different sections.
Mm-hmm.
Bring them all to one. You know, and then. Also, I like giving opportunities to like the younger up and coming ones that have been competing.
Yeah.
Because who's gonna know more about the up and coming stuff? Because me and you were like, what? I'm 26.
I'm 28.
So like,
Yeah.
what a 18-year-old knows might be more than us now.
Yeah, because like I barely started using makeup.
Yeah.
and these kids already know how to apply it. And
Yeah, so
and all that.
so I bring in, you know, give them opportunity to get up because at the end of the day too, like they might be big one day too.
Yeah,
Giving them an opportunity is like, hey bro, thank you for helping me out.
correct.
So I bring that in. I try to bring someone. So like, let's say 2 youngins, 2 that compete a lot, that have all these trophies. You know, 2 that are like legit, you know, mature. You know, 360 that's like famous, big, and then like some guy that's you know, African American, Mexican, you know, all types. So I try to mix everything.
Yeah.
Just so we could get as fair as possible, you know. And if anyone recommends a judge, I'll try to get
I'll
that
try to
judge,
get him,
you know,
yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's what the people want, and I want everything to flow smooth, and I don't want nothing to be wrong.
Yeah.
So that's how I
want to say
figured out.
something real quick with 360 because do you know Cole's by brand? He's a Moreno.
No.
And he has like a ponytail. He was saying that African Americans were being misrepresented. Did you see that video? Yeah.
No,
They were
I
being
haven't.
misrepresented at the barber expos, and that's why they don't go. But now I'm just like, bro, you got 360 Jeezy.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
And
Like,
he's the main face because I mean, not only that, I mean, I'm pretty sure they started the fades, bro. Like,
oh no,
You
that's
know?
what he argues. He's like basically like black culture.
Yeah, they
brought
started
the
it.
fades,
Heck
the
yeah.
lineup, and then now when you go to expos, there's no black people there.
Yeah.
There's no black brands. There's no
Yeah.
black judges. There's no black participants. But he was saying that a lot of black people feel like they're not represented.
Yeah.
So that's why they stopped going to these expos, bro.
Yeah, and there's a guy from my valley. His name is Matt Mojiza. He's very into the community, and he has connections with his people. So he's gonna be doing an education, a judge. I'm still adding more people to judge to the main flyers. So like I'm saying, like I'm trying to mix everything. I'm not just trying to be stuck on one certain type of judge or
correct.
So
I also saw the education you're gonna bring Chuka the Barber, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, that fool's a go, bro. I know that fool for a long time.
I've known him too, and I actually met him at the Empire Expo. We were chopping it up, and he was telling me about a trimmer, and I was telling him about like, because aside from being a business owner, I know like a lot of other things that I don't really talk about or post out there. But I was telling him that I'm good at sales, so I could get him like some funneling for him that I could figure out some stuff that I talked to him personally, But I've gone to a seminars where you pay to hear like a success coach and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And they had like a breakfast. I told you about in the Los Angeles one. Remember we were talking about? So you go in earlier than anybody else. You pay a premium fee, a little more than the GA. So it's the VIP. Now you have this a spokesperson, someone giving you like mental coaching, mindset, all that stuff, and you're eating breakfast and you're listening to what he's telling you, and he's not gonna tell this to anybody. You're only gonna know because you've paid and you've made the effort to invest in yourself. Because a lot of people don't really know this, especially like barbers. Like they invest in their clothes, their clippers, maybe their marketing, their cars. But if we go out and if we go out and search, like how many of you guys have invested into yourself? What do you mean myself? I invest in myself. Like no, yourself means you're learning the learning side of yourself.
Yeah, correct.
So, Chuka is really, really cool, and he knows a lot about that point of view. And I don't think I could have chosen a better person to teach, the seminar, because when you pay for these success coach seminars, it's someone like him, someone that knows how to speak, someone who has done it, someone who's creating a trimmer, someone who is wrote a book. Like how many barbers do you know wrote a book?
Wrote a book. Yeah, he owns a shop too, right there on Melrose. Right, Melrose, right?
In Hollywood, yeah. So this is like, if especially if if you as a barber have never paid for a mindset seminar, this will be a good intro for only like $75.
Yeah.
And it has to do with your industry.
$75, the VIP, or on top of the
No,
GA?
it includes it.
And his breakfast and
his breakfast. He
coffee.
Tells the whole thing, table. You're right there. He's on stage. You have a whole group. Not only that, those people who will be in that VIP, those are the people you talk to.
Those are the people you want to network too. Yeah,
and those are the people you want to stay with the whole event.
Whole day. Yeah,
the whole event. Hey, bro, what's up? What's your name?
Yeah, what do you do?
Nice to meet you. Oh, I have a shop. Oh, me too. What do you? Oh, I have this and that. Oh, okay. Or you don't even have to have a shop, brothers. Shops are like people think like having a shop, you're gonna be like a top dog. Like it doesn't. Like, that has nothing to do with anything. Like
correct.
You could be a top dog just by cutting hair and having all these other things.
Yeah.
But when you're in that VIP class, those are the people you want to talk to. Why? Because like they say, you want to surround yourself around the same type of people, right? Mm-hmm. So by purchasing that VIP, you're already surrounding. When they give you that advice, surround yourself around or higher
people you want to be like.
Yeah, I'm going blank on these podcasts, bro. But you're already in that spot. All you gotta do is connect, switch, contacts, and then just keep up with them. Yeah. And then there's another thing where you follow up with each other. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Have you done this? Have you done that? You're growing this. How's your clientele? And then you
provide value for each other.
Yeah, as opposed to like, stepping into the event and then just wandering off. Sometimes you come alone.
Yeah, most of the time you go alone.
Sometimes you come from LA, San Diego. I had a guy from Houston, Texas last year, bro. Come alone. He's like, hey, bro, I'm coming alone. Where should I stay at a hotel? I'm like, hey, bro, stay here. I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna drive you everywhere.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
But so if you go into like, let's just say you come alone from Houston, you go to the VIP, you're the first one there, you're eating breakfast, you see like, 20, 30 people, whoever's in that class, you're in the same table eating with someone, you connect with them, now you have a friend and a like-minded individual for the whole event.
Yeah. That's really true. I went to an event, I told you that where it's GA, VIP, and then Elite. So
okay.
And then Elite will have a private dinner with like Chuka the Barber, for example. Like,
Where was that at?
That was it was called Driven Boot Camp, Business Boot Camp.
Oh, it's okay. It wasn't barber.
It wasn't barber.
Okay.
It was something else.
Yeah, so
bro.
I went to something similar.
Yeah,
like that.
and that's when I was like, damn. Like I told my wife, man, next year we're gonna pay the 2,000.
Yeah.
1,000 each, and we'll eat with these people. But I told her, you better be ready. You better be ready to network, because you could buy these tickets too, and then you're just like all shy and like you don't go ready to network.
Yeah, you just sit down, listen, and then you walk around, because they give you breaks, so you walk around and you're just like not talking to anybody.
Not talking to anybody.
Yeah.
Do you have another educator, and do you have an artist this year?
So I think I have around 6 educators, and so the whole time on stage, there's gonna be education, because education, like we talked about, is your number one priority.
Number one priority.
It should never be, I'm gonna go check out this battle. It should be, what am I gonna get back from this event?
Hey, and a lot of barbers just be like, I want to go see the battle. I want to go see, like, no, go there, bro, and pay attention. Take notes on your phone, bro.
Connect,
you know
because you never know, like, this guy might be, hey, I come from Arizona. Where you from? I'm from,
Utah or something.
Yeah. Oh, like, this is my shop. Check it out. This is what I did. Oh, what do you guys like over there? Oh, we like this and that. Oh, shit, really, bro? Like, how do you do that? Oh, this and that. Like, this is what's in right now. Oh, cool. Now you learn,
Correct. You learn the business model from other people.
As opposed to, like, I'm going to go and then just check out what's up and then, like, look cool, like, give mad dog feel, Like, nah, you should be going in,
correct.
Dress professional. Doesn't have to be all crazy.
Yeah.
Looking fresh is professional to me, Looking fresh is cool,
correct,
is cool
correct.
enough.
Yeah.
And then, going in there, like, what am I going to take back? What items am I going to buy? At a good price. I'm gonna get. I've been wanting this clipper. I've been wanting this product. I've been wanting to find a new product, a new matte paste. Yeah. I'm gonna go check it out. What can I buy in bulk? Because you want to bring it back to your shop, in large amounts. You don't want to just buy 1 or 2 things at these events. You want to buy large amounts, right?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get a good deal. You gotta know how to negotiate.
Get really good deals.
You gotta know how to negotiate. Learn new stuff. All the educators, focus a little bit on them. Try to get like 1 or 2 things. Go to the battles, see what they're doing, and then just hop back and forth. So aside from that, so on one side, you see the map. At one side is gonna be the main stage, huge stage, big screen, audio engineer. I'm talking about like professional to the max. Like this guy does he's doing Junior H stuff right now. The guy, the guy who does my stuff, right? So it's legit. And so all day we're gonna have education. Aside from that, we're gonna have your podcast. Yeah, it's dead center. So either there's nothing to get bored.
There's nothing to get bored. Like you could go watch a podcast, go watch education.
You can sit down, boom, 1 hour, watch this coarse hair high fade. You don't know how to cut coarse hair? Mamo, he's a coarse hair. All right. Now we see, Chuka's getting interviewed. Yeah. Let's go see what he has to do. Like, how did he write his book? Let's go over there. All right. And he's talking about financial or whatever, And then, hey, like our friends battling over there. Let's go over there. All right, come on, let's go. Go check out the battle. All right, check out the battle for a little bit. Hey, the next course is coming up. It's the Pompadour. Like I've never done a Pompadour. I don't even know how what to do. All right, let's go. Like go get a chair. Save me 2 chairs. Let's go. Yeah. All right, Hey, now 360 is getting interviewed on the podcast. Hey, let's listen to it a little bit, and then I'll meet you guys over there.
Hey, so you are gonna have chairs for the education in front of the stage?
Oh yes, mandatory. Yeah.
But that's like VIP or no?
No, VIP will have their own tables. VIP will have tables. So let's say you go and get food, and you want to listen to, let's just say there's some guy doing a course in Spanish. You want to go get some tacos while you're listening to the Corte Bélico en Español. So now you have your own table, and you could eat your tacos while you're looking at the stuff. VIP gives you little perks like that, being closer and having your own table to sit down.
Because I just went to Disney, bro, and you know how they do the World of Colors with the water. And me and my girl we were chilling right there, right in front, and they're like, "Hey, no, you gotta get out." I'm like, "What the hell?" And they started putting strings, and I was like, "She's like, this is VIP."
This is VIP.
And I was just like, "Oh shit, this is crazy, bro." They had dinner tables, everything, bro. But people pay for that, it's worth it. At the end, it's worth it.
Yeah, one thing I learned about a lot of stuff like Disneyland or airplane or airports, it's honestly very worth it to get it, because it's only a couple dollars or a couple hundred or 20, 30, 50, 60, 100, whatever. It's not that much. If you really think about it, for you to have the best experience and not have something that bothers you. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you being more comfortable and spending money is way more worth it than you being uncomfortable and having 20, 30 bucks that you're going to spend on something else.
Yeah, and when you spend money, you pay attention, bro.
Yeah.
When you pay a lot of money, you pay attention.
Yeah, you pay to play.
Yeah, you pay to play.
Yeah, it's like if I give you something for free, You're not gonna value it that much.
Yeah, hell no, bro. So before we move on from this, the barber battle and Coachella, how can barbers get invested in Coachella Barber Fest? And what was the other question I was gonna ask you? This one right here. Yeah. What's the bigger vision behind the event overall? So, what's the bigger vision, and how can barbers invest in or get what was that word? How can they benefit from this event?
So the bigger vision I have is to be like like I said, I'm from the Coachella Valley, right? So Coachella Fest is permanent. Like they're not gonna leave.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Hell
It's gonna
no.
be forever, and they're gonna keep doing it every year. And they've gone to the point where they kind of don't get bigger. Little by little, they'll get bigger, but their size and their venue is set to where it's perfected, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of my goals. You know, be forever, because this industry is only going up.
Yeah.
You know, when we were in high school, there's probably 0 barbers to 1. Now there's probably 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Even girls, there's probably like 2 girl barbers in every school now. You know.
Yeah.
So that's my number one goal, is to be there forever. Have everything to perfection, and then for barbers to benefit, like I said, is teaching them, into more professionalism, so they could see that it could be both best of both worlds.
Yeah, correct.
And the other thing is, like we said, like we're talking about how like some come and go. So a lot of people, if they go big, like how I've gone, they've noticed that they've lost a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give you like a random ballpark of what a show like this should cost you, and it should cost you anywhere from 20 to 40 grand. Yeah, and then you got to be ready to lose. You could even do it with 10, but
And you're still gonna lose.
you're still gonna lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, because I'm
Yeah.
not saying it for no reason. I'm saying it because it's happened to me,
Correct.
and I know it's happened to a lot of people. Some people listening that have done something this big, they know the profit and losses, and a lot of them's like, screw this shit. It's not worth the stress, the time, the money, the effort. I could be putting my money here. I could be putting my money there. So that's
So why you continue to do it then?
that's what I continue. So I want to educate, especially the up and coming barbers, and have them go through this path where they know how to do stuff to the point where I'm at. When you go to these events, they know you, just like the Long Beach. You have all these cosmetologists that are professional, mature, educated. They're making the money. They're living off their job. They're not having like 2 jobs. Side part. I'm like this person, then I'm like this person. I do 2 jobs. I want them to show like, hey, you learn this, you learn that, you learn education, you learn business, you learn, finances, and you learn how to buy stuff. Don't cheap out. Buy the good equipment. Use the right products. Blow dry, hot towel. You do everything correctly. You go to these shows. You perform right. You connect, and this could be like the jump start to your career, right?
Yeah.
So now your mindset is like, hey, I've been in front of a big stage. I've been taught blow drying. I've been taught corset. I've been taught, enhancement. I've taught even if you don't do makeup, like I've seen how they do the 3D makeup. I've seen how they do braids. Like I've learned all that, and I've learned business. I've learned this and that. So now when they go back to their school or to their barbershop, they have all these things that
correct.
they don't have. But I want to teach them like, hey, when you come here, like I want to make sure, like I even go on stage and be like, hey, look, this is not just a show.
Mm-hmm.
This is something for your brain to absorb and for you to take it to the next level. So anything that you do in this building, I want you to focus and then take it to your max potential. Like if this is the last day you lived, connect with this brand. Hey, I like your hair gel. I want to be an ambassador. Like, what? What do you mean ambassador? I'm going to, nice to meet you. My name is this person. This is my work. And you go to every freaking brand, bro. Like, I want to work for you. I want to work for you. Hey, Wall. Hey, nice to meet you. My name is Andis. I want to work for Wall. How can I get into it? Stuff like that. I want to push that. And the bar battle is already good. People come in, they know what to do. That's going to be good.
Correct.
Aside, now we got to get the younger crowd. All these, they're coming in by the bunch.
They are.
And then teach them the right stuff.
For them to avoid the mistakes, like that we did.
Like, I mean, bro, when I was cutting hair, I started just like, I was just cutting hair to provide for my bad habits, smoking, drinking.
For your clothes, your shoes.
Smoking, drinking, clothes, and
out.
then, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But now, like, if we fast forward them and explain to them like, hey, this was us back in the day, this is us now, we could get you to this level at 18, 19, 20 just by you listening.
Yeah. I told some young kid like, hey bro, you want to cut hair? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I can make you a millionaire. He was like, fool, you're not even a millionaire. I know, because I committed so much mistakes.
Yeah.
But because he's 14.
It will add up to $1 million.
Yeah, he's 11, bro.
Oh,
he's
shit.
11. So I told him, if you listen to me from now till you're 21, bro, I swear I'll make you a millionaire.
Yeah, heck yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
avoid all the mistakes,
Yeah.
bro. So throughout your journey, obviously you evolved, bro. So success meant to you when you were young, success meant a certain thing to you, right? What does success mean to you right now?
Yeah, as being young, yeah, success was like, money, cars to begin with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want I want this car, I want this truck, or I want this. Not even house or
just the
business.
cars.
It was like
Yeah.
cars. So like that's like high school. I want to get this car. All right, but now success to me is not really money, because some people could have money in their hands, right? Like I have this stack of money, right?
Yeah.
But that could be gone, right? You could lose it, spend it, or buy something with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But success is for me long term, like the connections you meet, the stuff you do, the stuff you learn, the mistakes you make.
Yeah.
That's success. And
Yeah.
then like the money will come with it, because like let's say you just make money but you don't make mistakes, you don't learn a lot of things that other people. So like bro, like I've made so many mistakes, bro. I've gotten to the point where I've gotten audited on my taxes.
Well, as with the IRS?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Almost, bro. I had this accountant from Lancaster that I couldn't freaking step into the office because I got recommended. I'm not blaming whoever recommended it. It's just not their fault, bro. So I was purchasing my house. The loan, I don't know, the mortgage person's like, hey, your taxes are like so wrong. Like your bank statements say this, but your taxes say this. And then and at that point, like I'm up there on the tier. So like I'm an S corp. She's like, to be an S corp, you need this, and your taxes say this. She's like, this is wrong.
Damn.
And I was like, what the fuck? I ended up getting the house, but she's like, you should switch
look into
accountants.
this.
So bro, I
Yeah.
switched accountants, gave her my taxes from last year, or like it was like 2-3 years ago. And she's like, you're getting audited.
You getting out? Yeah. There's something that you could do, like you could go back to the other taxes.
So we have to amend them.
amend them. There you
Yeah.
go.
So and then you gotta redo them, cancel them, and then redo everything, bro. That cost me like 75. I don't know, like 7 to 8 grand, like in between, depending on how much work.
Yeah.
That's how much I had to pay, bro.
Damn.
And then remember this. That was when I was opening up the new shop, my second location, Barberfest, house, and taxes. So I was doing Barberfest, I was opening up, remodeling the shop, I was
Yeah.
buying my house, remodeling my house, and getting my taxes amended. 4 things. And the supply store.
Yeah.
So my brain, bro, if we put strings to my brain, they'd be getting tugged in like different,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Like 1 hour goes to this, 20 minutes goes to this, 6 hours go to that, you know?
Yeah.
So like, bro, like when I opened up my second shop in Palm Desert, when I got to like the bigger location, I put the hexagon lights, bro. Put it to one electrical cord, shit caught on fire. Next thing you know, like I just see smoke coming out of the roof. I start getting, this is like a week into opening, I start getting a hammer, I break all the drywall, put the fire extinguisher, shut it down. Like there's so many, that's not even, bro, like the mistakes that I've gone through, the money that I've lost is like stupid. But like my girlfriend would be like, it doesn't bug you that like you lost all this money? And I'm like, nah.
Damn.
She's like,
that's
how?
Crazy.
Like how? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like money comes and goes.
The money's
Like,
gonna come and go. Yeah.
the shit that I learned, like fucking
Yeah, that's the more value that you get from, right?
Yeah, it's not even saying like anything, but like some people will never go through that experience, and like people don't know that the only way to go through that experience is taking a loss.
Yeah.
You know?
Correct.
You're not gonna do it taking wins.
So what was that moment that your mind shifted from like just being a barber to like, all right, let me go get my house, let me go continue doing Coachella Barber Fest? Like, what was that big mind shift? Because it has to be huge, bro. Because even buying a house, just when like to buy a house, you have to have a big mind shift.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta get my shit together, my finances together. I
Yeah.
gotta get my taxes together. Like, what was that? If any event in particular, what was that shifted your mind?
Okay, so when I was living, I had my 2 stores, and then now I had those 2 shops. So I had 2 stores, 2 shops, and then I had 2 supply vans, bro. I had a big van like the the tall vans, and then I had a small one, the one I have here.
Yeah.
And then I had a Civic that I also used to supply. It was wrapped, and then I had my girl's car. So I had 2 vans, my girl's car, and mine.
And your car.
And our apartment was only a 1 parking spot.
Yeah,
right?
so you're parking.
Bro, so yeah, some I'd leave at the shop, some I'd park outside. The neighbors would fucking fight for whatever, and then I'm like, fuck, like I need my own parking spot. Like I wouldn't care to pay double or triple of this, cause like fuck that. Like going up and down these stairs, like I want to be close to my shop. Like to go to my shop was a 30-minute drive. So there and back, sometimes you leave the mini split or the AC on. To go there and back, it was an hour. Say it was 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Check all because I have an app from my phone to see how cold it is. It's fucking 69 degrees in that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Someone left that fucking mini split on. So I had to get my ass up, go, and I know I'm not going to get back till midnight. So, like, little stuff like that, they're like, you know what? It's worth it. Like, it's worth getting a house close to the shop, having my own parking, having my own stuff. And then, aside from that, I was having a kid. I'm like, nah, like, I'm not going to go up. I was going up and down the stairs, and I was like, all right, it's time. Like, no matter what it takes, I'm going to do it.
So, you think it was the kid that gave you that mind shift?
Nah, I know I wanted a house, but the mind shift was like save money.
Oh,
But when people save money for what? Like, what's your goal? Save money to have money, to say you have money, to look at the bank, So I was like, oh, if I stay in this apartment, I'm gonna save money.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as saving money too, I'm gonna be spending it. So I'm like, all right, well, like if I save money, it's gonna be for house. And I grew up in where I live, I've never had a house. Like, we always had apartments.
Damn.
Yeah, so like a lot of my friends had houses, and I never had one. So I'm like, I'm gonna have my own house. Like, fuck yeah, So that was another accomplishment. I'm like, I have my own fucking house. Like,
when did you get the house?
This was last year. I have 1 year. I got it last August.
Damn, hell yeah, bro. You know what I like about your story is that you didn't have a dad, bro. Oh, you do have one, but
but he's in Mexico.
Through all this, you don't have a dad to like to guide you, bro. And cause at least me, fool, to this day, bro, like I have 2 cars, right? But I have this Kia.
Yeah.
And then I have an EV.
Uh-huh.
When the Kia fucks up though, or something happens, I call my dad.
Yeah.
Dad, el Kia, le prendió la luz. ¿Qué hacemos? Oh, yo, okay.
He knows someone.
Yeah, like I'm calling my dad.
He has a homie mechanic.
Yeah, like, hey, Dad, I'm gonna move apartment. Can you come help me? Yeah, let's get a U-Haul. Boom.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You didn't have no one to go to, bro, and that's the crazy shit.
Yeah, actually, like during like high school or graduating high school, like my girlfriend's cousin, one of them's like, bro, just come live with us. Fuck that. Like, where the fuck you living at Motel 6 or all these suites? Like, we have a fucking room, dog. Just come live here. And I'm like, nah, bro. Thank you, I appreciate it, but I got this, dog. Like, I like what I'm doing. It's fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
I was living at a hotel, bro. I should have had breakfast. With the fucking flat.
Chilling, huh?
That shit was badass. Yeah, but I like I said, I knew that it was just temporary. If anyone's going through bad shit, they gotta know like this is gonna last, a week, a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a whole year, but it shouldn't last your whole life unless you let it.
Unless you let it do that, yeah. Bro. That's dope, bro. So before we wrap it up, bro, why should barbers come to your event? Let's wrap it up with that.
Yeah.
You giving your invitation to the
bar. I wanted to show like the stuff. I wanted to tell the stuff that I've been through. That way, it's not just like, hey, this barber, thinks he's badass. He's, had money growing up. His parents probably did this and that. He had it easy.
Yeah, correct.
That was not the story with me. Like I started from the bottom, and I had help with like family, friend, colleagues, like motivation or like asking me for stuff. So I didn't do it alone. And just letting you know, like, it's not another person just doing another event. And it's not a big name at a small venue. I started from nothing. I grew. I fucking worked my ass off and, suffered. Got to the point where you felt like quitting, giving up, like saying, like, this ain't worth it. I don't want to go. I just want to cut hair and not do shit. I've gone through the hardest times. And now I've put this, through the 5 years of losing money, like, legit, like, taking loss, and big losses, just for them to feel like, all right, like, I like what this guy has to say. I like what he's gone through. I like the shows he's put on, as opposed to other stuff that they don't know who that person is. They don't know if they had it easy. They don't know if they, they have money because of this reason, because of that reason. And I wanted to show them that, like, hey, I figured out the things that I don't like about events, and I put it all into one thing, and I freaking, like, my AI brain just fucking try to make it work.
Yeah, I've been telling the homies, I got an M2 chip in my head.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, bro, me too.
Yeah, like an AI chip and shit.
Yeah, it's funny, bro. Like, my brain runs so crazy that people trip out on me. Like, I be saying some shit that people just trip out. But yeah, so the whole event's gonna be, you're gonna have full-time education, full-time podcast, and full-time bar battle. Outdoor, you have an outdoor area with all these food vendors. So you have a full-time bar, you have tables, chairs, all these things to do. You have all these big name brands, Wall, Andes, Babyliss, Coco, everything's there. I put all these 5 years, time, effort, losses, breaking my brain, stressing out, getting pimples, fucking high blood pressure, doing everything for this. Like, this is an event you want to go to.
Yeah.
And the stuff you're listening to right now, you'll see when you get there, and you'll be like, all right, like, I do realize this, I realize this, I realize that. Like, this is what it takes. And again, you could do it yourself. If you see what I do, and if you are willing to put in the money, the effort, the time, and the losses, then you could do it too. Anyone could do it. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah. Hey, bro, last question. How were you got Andes, Wall, and Coco? How was that? How were you able to get them?
So, like, how we're talking about, there's a lot of events going on.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure a lot of people hit them up and they're just like, hell no, we don't.
Yeah, that's tough, bro. And it's all about who you know. And like we said, like, going back to 2020, when the supply store, the Jazzy, the one that told him he should do it, he actually didn't do his show this year because of all the stuff going on. Bro, there was a war about to happen.
War, eyes, Trump,
all this shit. And then, he ended up just being like, hey, like, I'd rather help you out. I'll do mine next year. And that's how I got, like, it's about who you know. And if I wasn't the person how I am now, and then prove to him and show, you got to show what you know. You want to keep it all to yourself.
Correct.
But once you start showing what you know, people start saying, like, hey, like, I want to talk to him a little more.
Yeah.
And it's not always about, like, oh, like, I want to get, like, free knowledge. Like, you know those people who just want to get free knowledge. You know those people who appreciate your knowledge,
Yeah.
And that's something that I think some people have known about me. And, like, we worked together, and then he helped me out, bro. Like, I was so fortunate enough that he was like, I got you. I'm going to get you these people, and let's do it. And we ended up doing it, bro. And that was one of my main goals, too, like, for one day to get these brands to be part of it.
Yeah.
Wall's bringing out the vegan barber, Ivan, from Florida, bro. My friend called me, my friend Wesso, he's like, hey, you know Ivan? I was like, no. Because this is like when I first made the flyer. He's like, bro, you made a flyer about him. I was like, oh, shit. It's because we now we're like Instagram names. That's what they are. I'm like, oh, I don't know him, but Wall's bringing him. He's like, bro, he's down the street from me, right here in Florida, bro. That was badass. And he's like, that's just sick, bro. Congrats. And I was like, damn, all right, for sure,
Hell yeah.
But it's about who you know and the person you are.
Yeah. Overall, bro, I think people gravitate towards you because you're transparency, bro.
Yeah.
You're really transparent. Like, a lot of guests that we had here that thrown events, they're not transparent. I feel like they don't want to say they lost money.
Yeah.
They don't want to say all these problems they went through. And like, if people reach out to you for your event, I'm pretty sure you tell them all this, they're like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And they gravitate towards your energy and towards your honesty. And they're like, hell yeah, let's go to this event. But overall, last event, I'm pretty sure that helped you a lot to get the people this year for this event.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, because I went big, bro. You seen how big that stage was, bro. It was a whole concert. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, like, but in my head, I'm like, I don't mind losing money, investing money into something that's going to make me happy. Because that keeps me going. That keeps my engine going. Like, if my engine were to stop, like, if I were to put my money into something for me to stop, like, I don't want to stop,
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to show, like, their tips and tricks. I get them. Like, I've been there before. Like, when I was first starting out my shop, like, you want to be, like, a little competitive and you want to be the top dog and this and that. But, I've learned over the years, like, you're better off, like, telling them, helping them, because they're going to do it regardless. The competition is going to be there regardless.
Yeah,
Might as well, like, tell them what's up, tell them, like, be cool with them, shake their hand, smile.
Correct.
Like, just a little backtrack real quick, because I want to tell you, speak to this into the podcast. A lot of barbershops, bro, like, when I started selling supplies, I would go into a barbershop and they'd look at me like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Why?
I don't know.
Because they know you.
I
They
have
knew you
no-
were a barber. What?
No, bro.
No.
Some of them didn't even know me. I would just walk in and be like, hey, bro, like, I got supplies for sale. You need anything? And they'll just be like,
Like who the fuck?
and they'll
is
just
it?
continue to cut hair.
Damn.
Bro, like, they need to know that doing that, like, if you yourself have done it or are that type of person, like today, you just stop, just switch. When someone comes into your shop and even if they're selling pudding,
Even selling
they're
products.
selling pudding. No, like they're selling fucking
Elotes,
tacos or whatever.
yeah.
Like, give them a smile, shake their hand. You know, if you want to support them, you have 3 extra bucks, help them out. And if not, thank you. Like, hey, ¿cómo te llamas? Hope you have a good day.
Yeah,
you know?
give me a business card. I'll
Let me
call
get a
you if I
business
ever need
card.
something.
You know what? No, I won't today, but for sure next week I will come back. Keep them driving. Keep pushing them to keep going, because look, they're gonna go to the next shop. None of them are gonna say, yes, I want, like, supply people, whoever it is, people selling, I don't know, a shirt. They're gonna go to all these shops and they're gonna be like, no one told me yes. Today, all I had no's, and this guy told me yes. Now this guy's gonna say, hey, go to this shop to get your haircut. Hey, you know that guy?
Yeah.
You know this shop? Hey, I know him too. He's my homie. We're not even homies, bro.
Yeah, but you tell him.
I've had people tell me like, oh, yeah, that fool said you're his friend, that he knows you, and I'm like, really?
Shit, I barely met him once.
Yeah. Sometimes I slip out and I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, that's badass. Like, me, just by being cool with him, now he's telling people that we're friends, and you keep it going. Like, you being that barber or hating on another shop, like I said, I've been there when I first started, like, oh, that shop's going, like, fuck them, you know, as a team, the whole shop, fuck them. Like, nah, bro, like, they're gonna continue being them, we're gonna be us. We might as well be homies and like, hey, let's hang out. You know, like, hey, your shop's badass. Because at the end of the day, bro, you have your clientele, they have your clientele. You cutting them off, you trying to be the bigger person is the tree of connections is gonna shrink, you know? And at the end of the day, you want this tree to grow, and then for you to have so many leaves, so many branches that everyone's just coming towards you. This barber industry, I'm telling you, bro, even when they walk into the battle, you know, walking in tough, mad dogging, like, nah, fuck that, bro. Like, just switch everything. Like, from today on, someone comes into your shop, you see another barber at a store, give him a hug, give him a handshake, like, be cool with them, message them, you know, hey, bro, like, your shop's looking clean.
Yeah.
Just keep doing that over and over and over to any business. Someone's selling food, someone's selling shirts, someone's selling hats, and you keep doing that, and you're just gonna grow like fucking.
Yeah,
so
that's really true. I agree with it, bro, because I've seen a lot of shit in this industry, and like people ignore each other, like people don't say hi to each other, or like people have egos, like the barbers have big ass egos, and I'm just like, what the hell, like, bro, we're just outside the barber industry, we're nobody. You know?
Exactly.
Like, in reality, bro, unless you're like Vic Blands or 360 Jeezy,
and even when you get to that level, you should still be a kind person.
There you go.
Because, bro, bad shit just spreads like fire,
hell,
bro.
quick.
There is this one barber that is up there with their following, but his attitude and the way he acts is bad. So when someone else was and someone else was talking about him, and then they were talking something like, this person's this, and I'm like, I agree with you. You're right.
Damn,
you know, and that's two. You know, that goes to another, and it just keeps multiplying. So even if you have that following, you're gonna be big, or you are big. Like, even though like I'm not as big as you, just take the advice and then don't be that person, because I've paid people or have gone people that are big and they're really nice, and I'm gonna keep working with them.
Correct. I met barbers with a lot of following, and some are assholes, and then the ones that have a lot of following, they're so dope.
Yeah.
They're so, like, they're approachable, bro. They'll talk to you. They'll give you the gems, you know. Hey, but thank you for being here today, Kevin. Remember, shout out to Coachella, Barber Empire Fest.
Yeah,
November 9th,
this
right?
year. Yeah, we're collabing with the Empire with it's Crispy from the Empire.
Oh, Crispy, Crispy the Barber.
Yes, sir. Yeah, from the Empire. He's gonna be in Vegas, and then we're gonna be at Coachella. So tune in, sign up, compete. We're gonna have some people sponsoring. So right now we're getting all the sponsors ready. There's so many flyers, bro, coming out that are just backtracked, but we're gonna get them through.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new stuff. Like we're doing the halftime show with How to Barber.
Yeah.
That's something that me and him, bro. How to is like my.
Hey, so that's gonna be a wrestling match?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Where's the ring gonna come out from?
We have a wrestling ring, bro. The people are gonna be competing around the wrestling ring, bro. A legit professional wrestling ring, bro.
And then the halftime is
the halftime show's on the ring.
So How to Barber is gonna be fighting?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Actually,
crazy,
one of my clients is like, hey, you that guy Enigma or whatever. Like, I've seen him in Tijuana, and I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, bro, that guy's badass.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm excited to go see that, and I'm like, oh, for sure. But like, this just came, bro. Like, you know, How To does the wrestling. He likes that. He has his own mask. He does everything. Me and him are close homies, and then we just it wasn't like trying to be like someone else. Like, most of the stuff I do is not trying to be like them, trying to be like that. It's like, it just comes. Like,
Hey, might as well. You should throw some barbers right there in the ring, a little boxing match.
we'll see.
A little 3 rounds.
Well, hey, if someone wants to be like, I want to fight this guy or whatever, we could do it with, you know, maybe I'll bring the big boxing gloves because I don't want no one getting hurt.
like a little bigger, like not too professional, but like I just had that idea because one of the barbers that works with us, he started boxing.
Oh yeah.
So right now, like you say you're gonna have the ring.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, this fool will be down to catch a fade with someone.
We're down to bring it in, but like I said, this year, you know, as the years go by, we keep it a little bit more professional and then a little bit more organized. And well, not a little bit. We try to go full on, more security, more staff, more cleaning, more management, more check-ins. You know, more organization with everything. And that's the hardest part about these events is having everything so organized where everything flows
smooth
and in one path, you know, and nothing gets, you know, all these speed bumps are going in, and shit just goes south, and then, but yeah.
Hey, well, thank you, bro. This was Coachella Barber Empire Fest times Barbertainment. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, bro. Hey, right now.